when you haven't won the games, and obviously there's frustration and disappointment there, I think the best thing to do is get yourself back out in the grass and get stuck into the sessions, working towards the next game. So yeah, I think there's natural disappointment, particularly in the manner which we lost the games. You know, I thought QPR away, we're 2-1 up with 10 minutes to go, we then concede. I think we're then quite comfortable until about the 89th minute, I think, until we concede the next goal, which is an OG. So, but again, I think there are moments we can manage better. And then I thought Plymouth in the first half, we scored the goal. Right after the goal, we have 2 great opportunities, 1v1s with the goalkeeper to put the game to bed. We have another couple of good chances after the break to go back in the lead. And to lose the game in the manner which we did was obviously, it was gutting for everyone. So yeah, I think that obviously after the game, I think the lads, myself, I think we had a few things to say in terms of bits that we believe we can do better. But the proof's in the pudding. You know, we need to do it in the next game, and I think the next game's a really important one for us.
How important are these next 2 home games in the context of our season?
I think they're important in the fact that obviously you could see the fans obviously coming down all the way to Plymouth and losing the game in the manner which we did in the last kick of the game. Really frustrating, and we need to work really hard at the weekend to make sure that the fans like what they see early parts of the game and get behind us and try and see if we can get an early goal. And I think if we do that, I think the team will be back, but the fans as always have. What we don't want to do is turn it into a frustrating game, and we certainly don't want to start the game poorly, you know, so I think that's important. But the next 2 games are always going to be important. You know, I think that obviously the table's very, very tight, isn't it? You know, I think that the next game, if we win, we can jump up quite a few spots. I think where we are on the table at the moment, obviously we don't want to be there, and I think that the next 2 home games are going to be crucial for us. It's really, really tight just now, you know, and we're not sort of cut off floundering at ourselves at the moment, but certainly the last few games haven't been what we'd want. So we need to get back on it. I think we've already shown this season that we're capable. You know, we've put some good runs together in terms of we won 3 in that week, which is important. Went 5 unbeaten, we went 4 clean sheets in the bounce. And what's really frustrating is all of that was 3 games ago. So it just shows you how quickly things can change in football. But what we need to do, we need to get back on it, and we need to go and bounce back at the weekend.
The results didn't go the way you would want to in the last 3, but what sort of signs have you seen for encouragement moving forward in those 3 matches?
I think particularly the last 2, I think the amount of opportunities we've had have been really important. You know, I thought against QPR we created a lot of chances in the game. I thought we were really comfortable, and I think that was probably the biggest frustration of losing that game, because I didn't think that they worked overly hard to do it. I thought we made some really poor decisions that gave the game away. And I think in the last game, when we go ahead, we create a lot of opportunities. Probably as clear-cut chances as we've had in the last few weeks. You know, we had probably 4 1-on-1s in the game against Plymouth. And I think that on any given day, normally we'd expect to take at least half of them. And I think if we do, the timing of the goals are vitally important, because 2 of our 1-on-1s come after we've scored. You know, right for kick-off, we nick the ball and we're clean through, and all we need to do is slide it in the corner, and obviously we sort of hash our lines. And then after that, I think Andre has another great chance where he goes through as well. So there's more than enough in the game there for us to make sure that we know that we could have made it better for ourselves.
For the game on Saturday, you'll have 3 players back from suspensions. What sort of impact could they have on the match?
I just think that when you've got a full squad fit, it makes it better in terms of competition for places. But you've got all your key players available. So obviously we'll be missing Ben Wilmot. Haksabanovic has been missing for a bit. Obviously Travers went back. Tyrese Campbell's missed quite a lot of the season. Mmaee's missed quite a lot of the season. So we've had our issues, and obviously we've added a lot of players in the summer. But ultimately we need to get more points on the board. So it's about what happens in the next couple of games.
In terms of Sheffield Wednesday, they started the season not so well, but have picked up of late. What have you made of their season so far?
I think they've been very mixed. You know, I think, like you say, I think they're not in a great position in the table at the moment. But I think I've watched the last few games when the new coaches come in, and I think they've been well organised. They know what they're doing. So, like every game at this level, there's no gimmies. It's going to be a tough game. But I think we're confident that if we can play as well as we can, then hopefully we can cause them problems. Our fans impact our team is probably as much as any fans up and down the country. So, yeah, I know it'll feel difficult at the moment, but obviously the players and the team need your backing, and also we need to start well. I think if we start well and we can get ahead and we can get on top of the game, I think the fans will then respond in kind, and that's our task to make sure we try and do that.